Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Itawamba Community College. It's still not too late to sign up for classes at Wallet Hub's top community college in the state. Registration for the upcoming spring semester is open now through December the 16th on the Fulton and Tupelo campuses. Offices will be open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Scholarships and financial aid are still available for those who qualify. For more information on how you can become the newest member of the ICC family, visit iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College, the best start here. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi. I'm Adam Gore, and as always, I truly appreciate everyone that's taking time out of your Tuesday afternoon to join us here for the show. As always, the ICC Hour is being presented to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
On today's show, we'll talk with ICC Director of Recruiting, Mr. Jake Hartfield. We'll check in on spring enrollment, get an update on how the Coffee and Convos tour is going, and talk about 2 dates of those Coffee and Convos tours that's left in January. And we'll also look into how adult learners can get back in college this spring as well. Then in the second half of the show, we'll take a look back at an interview with last year's Mississippi Humanities Teacher Award nominee, Mr. Nathan Ward. Nathan is an English instructor and supplemental instruction technician here at ICC. It's a little bit of a mouthful. He'll have a lot of great insight on what makes ICC such a special place to so many, and tells us why he truly thinks the best start here. Now, speaking of the Mississippi Humanities Teacher Award nominee, we want to say congratulations to Keith Morris of Tupelo for being this year's nominee. Keith will present Little Boxes on March 28th in the Fine Arts Center here on the Fulton campus, and will be honored at the Old Capitol Museum in Jackson on March 25th. Now, he has been an English instructor here at ICC since 2008. So we do once again want to congratulate Mr. Keith Morris on being the 2022 nominee for the Mississippi Humanities Teacher Award. Now, a quick reminder before we take a break, ICC has open registration for free adult education classes, which will begin on January the 5th at the Regional Rehab Center in Tupelo. The classes meet from 1 o'clock to 4:30 each Wednesday and Thursday. Now, spots are limited, and early registration is strongly encouraged. To do so, contact Lindsay Patterson at ICC by calling 662-407-1512. That's 662-407-1512, or by calling Robbie Parham at Regional Rehab at 662-842-1891. That's 662-842-1891. When we come back, we'll be joined by ICC Director of Recruiting Jake Hartfield here on the ICC Hour, presented by Renaissance Bank.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Itawamba Community College. It's still not too late to sign up for classes at Wallet Hub's top community college in the state. Registration for the upcoming spring semester is open now through December the 16th on the Fulton and Tupelo campuses. Offices will be open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Scholarships and financial aid are still available for those who qualify. For more information on how you can become the newest member of the ICC family, visit iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Why is the thin crust of Little Caesars Thin Crust Pizza hiding under all that cheese and pepperoni? It's shy. Hello, Little Crust. Get a Little Caesars large thin crust pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $6.49.
Pizza, pizza. I need 3 garlic butter bacon burgers.
Coming right up.
Will someone grab me some more cheese?
Keep that garlic butter coming.
Burger up.
Order up. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
Hi, I'm Jay Allen, president of Itawamba Community College, wishing you the happiest holiday season filled with joy and special memories. As we prepare for the start of 2022, you have a special invitation to visit iccms.edu to find out how you can start or continue your educational journey. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from our ICC family to yours. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to join us for the show. And we're being joined now by Jake Hartfield. And Jake, school year winding down, but for recruiting, it never winds down for you guys.
That is true. It's good to see you, Adam. And thank you for having us here today. But yeah, it never winds down for us in the recruiting office. All
right, so let's just talk about it. I know you've had your coffee and convos going on. That's been really well. But spring enrollment is what we're going to focus on here in the first part. So what can you tell us about spring enrollment?
Yeah, so if you're a current student from this past semester or if you're a new student, we encourage you to think about attending spring enrollment. That will be on January 5th from 8 a.m. to 4:30 on the Fulton campus. And 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the Tupelo campus. For January 6th, we're looking at 8 a.m. to 4:30 on the Fulton campus and 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the Tupelo campus. And then the last day rounding it out will be January 7th from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on both the Fulton and Tupelo campuses. And so this is your opportunity to come to campus to meet with an advisor and talk about your class schedule and what you're kind of wanting to take as far as your course load. And for those locations on the Fulton campus, it is the David C. Cole Student Services Building. And then for our Tupelo campus, it's just right off of Easton Boulevard, and that's our new Academic and Student Center.
Now, for somebody that's coming in, maybe first time ever coming to college, may have been out of school for a few years, what can they really expect, or what do they need to be prepared for and maybe bring with them?
Yeah, so for open enrollment, what you want to bring is any information that you might need as far as personal information for financial aid reasons. So there is financial aid available for students that want to come back, particularly if you're an adult learner. There's some scholarships. And so just your personal information that you might need. And if you're a new student, a recent high school graduate, you want to make sure that you're bringing that high school transcript with you. But we do encourage our recent high school graduates to participate in the orientation session, which will be on the Tupelo campus on January 5th. And you can register for that at iccms.edu/orientation. But you know, what you would expect is to meet with an advisor, kind of talk through on what your career path is or what programs that you're interested in, and then talk about what courses that you would take for that semester, but also what courses you might take in the summer or the following semesters as you continue your educational journey.
And I know for some people, you know, just getting started is a little intimidating, but our advisors, the recruiting offices, you guys make it, I don't want to say painless, but yeah, it is painless. You know, you guys understand that there's some angst for people whenever it comes to coming to college. So just talk about that. Why is that important to kind of ease those pains of people that either A, is coming to college for the first time, or B, trying to get right back in college?
Yeah, I mean, whether you're starting out as a new student or coming back into college, I think it's a big step. I mean, it's a learning opportunity for you as you're beginning to think about what you should be taking. And so our advisors are really dedicated to make sure that you have the answers that you need to pick the particular program that you would want or the courses that you would need to be successful here at ICC. But they're also there to kind of talk through some financial aid assistance, or if there's housing opportunities for you if you're wanting to live on campus. So they're really there to help you and guide you in that process. And so whether it's our recruiters that are talking with you or our advisors, they're there to make sure that you feel comfortable as you begin your ICC journey.
And we're talking with Jake Hartfield. If you're listening, either you or maybe someone you know want us to get back in college or maybe even start college, we encourage you to visit iccms.edu as we got those enrollment dates. You can find some more dates there as well. You talked about orientation. That's something that's always big at college. Why is that so important?
Well, I think for any student that recently graduated from high school, it's good for you to get a feel of campus, come to campus and meet with different individuals, whether that's our staff or faculty members and our advisors, but to kind of give you an overview of what to expect before you get into a classroom. That's really the goal of orientation, that you feel at home and you get to experience the ICC, atmosphere before you start classes. And so I would encourage any high school graduate, whether you're starting with us in the spring or if you're starting with us with the next fall, that you think about those orientation dates. And so for those students that are graduating in May but coming to us in fall 22, you can register for orientation beginning February 1st. And so it's really important that you go ahead and set a date and come to campus and get that feel, because you might get a tour of campus, you might get to meet other students that are in similar majors as you, and so it's a really good opportunity for you to get the feel of ICC before you start classes.
And what's that website again?
Yeah, and so it's iccms.edu/orientation.
All right, so once again, get signed up for that. And it's one thing we always encourage, especially like orientation, getting signed up for housing. You can never really register too early for those.
Exactly. So if you haven't done that yet and you want to live on campus, please do so. You can do that through the Apply portal. All
right. Now, something else you guys got going on is your Coffee and Convo tour. I've seen you guys before, and it's been a success.
Yeah.
And this year may be one of the biggest years that you guys have had the success. So let's just talk about the success of the Coffee and Convo right now.
Yeah, so we tried this last year because we were kind of in the midst of the pandemic, and so we wanted to continue this with our two recruiters, Caitlin and Michaela. And so they picked different coffee locations throughout the 5 counties that we serve. And we've been to Amory, we've been to Houston, and we've been to Fulton. And it's been a good opportunity for us to connect with different students within those areas to talk about the programs that they're interested in, scholarships that are available, housing opportunities, how to get involved on campus. And so it's really your chance as a student to really sit down with a recruiter and ask any question that you might want to ask. Sometimes our students, they're not able to come to campus because of their busy schedule, or maybe they're an athlete in high school and there just hasn't been that time. And so we tried to pick times that were around the lunchtime for students to meet with our recruiters. And we do have 2 left in the spring semester. And so for Pontotoc County, we have at the Happy Day Cafe, January 13th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then for Lee County, or if you're from the Tupelo area, we have the Lost and Found and that coffee shop, and that will be on January 25th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you want to sign up for it, you can email us at gotoicc at iccms.edu, or you can connect with your high school counselor. They have all that information to make sure where you need to go to sign up for it.
And I think this is just an example of the ICC's way of thinking, yes, we want you to come to us, but we're going to come to you as well. And this is another good way to, 1, get a free coffee, but 2...
And a pastry.
Yeah, and a pastry. Yeah. But 2, it's a relaxed atmosphere. Mm-hmm. So you don't, again, I know we kind of hanging on the thing of intimidation. It's not intimidating to come to college, I promise. But for some people, it could be. But this is a more relaxed atmosphere, so you may be more apt to feel comfortable asking more questions than you may be, say, when you're on campus.
Yeah, and just today we had a coffee convo, and Michaela met with 2 students who are interested in nursing. So it was her opportunity to really kind of talk through what does that nursing curriculum look like for them? What does it look like beyond taking their prereqs? And so it is that more of an opportunity for you to connect one-on-one and ask those specific questions that you might not get a chance to in a group setting or at a college fair. And so we encourage any student to stop by with our remaining 2 that we have. But if you can't come to a coffee convo, we want you to come for an individual tour. Because it's kind of the same setup. You get to meet with a recruiter on campus, and you get a personalized campus tour from one of our Indian delegates, which is our student recruiters. And so if you can't make it to this event, we hope that you come on campus.
Give those dates for the remaining 2.
Yeah, so we have January 13th, and that's going to be at Happy Day Cafe in Pontotoc from 11 to 1 p.m. And then the last one will be on January 25th, and that will be at the Lost and Found in Tupelo. And that is also from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And to sign up for those, you can email go2icc@iccms.edu, or you can connect with your counselor there at the college. Well, Jake, before I let you go, we do want to talk about our adult learners out there. Times are scary. Sometimes you don't have the opportunities that you feel like you need to advance your career, but now ICC is stepping up in a big way to help those that don't fit the traditional role of your ideal college students, those adult learners as we call them. And there's plenty of opportunities through scholarships and more for them to get back in school and kind of just work towards that next goal in life.
Yeah, so if you're an adult learner or a non-traditional student, so I would say anybody that's above the age of 25 that's maybe looking for to continue their college education or start their college education, we want you to know that there are opportunities and scholarships and financial aid available for those certain students. And so we would encourage you to first come to a visit. So if you're looking at maybe a career tech program or health science program, or you're wanting to go the 4-year route, that you schedule a tour with us. We have dedicated staff that are there to make sure that you understand what financial aid assistance is available, but also what scholarships are available for our adult learners. But I think when you come to campus, you kind of get that feel of what that would look like. And it looks a little bit different from somebody that's maybe coming from high school. Right. And so we want to make sure that the tour experience or the visit experience is tailored toward that adult learner and what questions that they might have. And so sometimes we have adult learners that come in for visits and then they go right to an advisor and they make their schedule and they get started on their ICC journey. And so those spring enrollment dates are important for our adult learners, but if you want to find out more information, you can contact any of our recruiting offices and we'll make sure that you get a visit scheduled or you're pointed in the right direction.
Awesome. Well, Jake, before I let you go, also let everybody know how they can schedule a tour coming up in January. I know school's almost out now for us, everybody. Yeah. But talk about how they can do that and maybe start thinking ahead for next year.
Yeah, so we open back up on January the 3rd at 8 a.m. And so we encourage you to visit us on campus, but you can schedule a tour with us at tours.iccms.edu. It's a fairly easy process, but if you need assistance or need that help, you can email us at go2icc@iccms.edu, and we will make sure that we get that scheduled for you.
Awesome. Well, Jake, anything else before I let you go?
I think that's it.
Well, man, I appreciate your time and hope you and the family have a great holiday.
All right, appreciate it, Adam.
We'll be back for more of the ICC Hour right after this. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Itawamba Community College. It's still not too late to sign up for classes at Wallet Hub's top community college in the state. Registration for the upcoming spring semester is open now through December the 16th on the Fulton and Tupelo campuses. Offices will be open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Scholarships and financial aid are still available for those who qualify. For more information on how you can become the newest member of the ICC family, visit iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, air conditioning. It is a trade program that is dealing with home repairs to industrial refrigeration repairs like you'd find in a convenience store to a supermarket. The degree program is 2 years. It is 4 semesters at 15 hours each semester. There's about 15 hours of academic classes that will be needed to be taken for the degree. With a 2-year degree, a person should be able to get a job doing repairs, being a service tech for a local company, to being a self-employed individual. During the program, we get the EPA certification, which allows people to handle the refrigerant and the charge of systems. There's also NATE certification that are available to students at completion of a 2-year program. An entry-level person can probably experience pay in the neighborhood of about $14.50 to $17 an hour, with raises going up to the points of $22 to $23 an hour. The demand for HVAC technicians has been really well for the last few years. A lot of the technicians are older people that are at retirement age and are leaving the field, so there is a big demand for new, experienced personnel. The curriculum is made up of 12 classes in the HVAC that are 3-hour college credit classes, starting out with levels of someone not having any experience to getting a person to the level of getting a job or becoming self-employed. There's also 15 credit hours of academic classes for the associate's degree that can be done online or in the classroom on the Tupelo or Fulton campus. I like this industry for the reason of being able to go different places every day for a work environment. It's not always at the same location. The other thing I like about this is a field that's easy to start your own business. Nationwide, 1 out of every 7 that finish a 2-year degree end up owning and operating their own business.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. The ICC Hour is presented by our friends over at Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you, and you can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. Now, as we mentioned in the opening of the show, we're going to jump back into an interview with Nathan Ward, an English instructor here at ICC, who was named our 2021 Mississippi Humanities Teacher of the Year Award nominee. Before we jump to that interview, I want to remind everyone that you have a few more days left to register for the upcoming spring semester here at ICC. You have until Thursday, actually, because that's when we close down for the holidays. Now, I do encourage you to visit us on our Fulton or Tupelo campuses to find out how ICC can help you take your next step in your career. You can also find out more information by visiting iccms.edu. Now to our interview with Mr. Nathan Ward here on the ICC Hour. Now this week we're going to talk to my good buddy Nathan Ward. Nathan, a teacher here at ICC, and we're wrapping up the school year, Nathan. And before we get into some of the other things, how you doing and how's life treating you?
Doing well, my brother. Just finishing up the school year, getting the final grades put in, doing my final data tallies on some other things, and cleaning up the office and the space. I'm about to pack it up and go home for the break.
So get ready for the break there. Yep. How was the school year? I know it was a very interesting finish to last year, start to this year.
My start was really, really interesting because the day before classes started, I was I tested positive for COVID. Yeah. So that was a different kind of start. Had a couple of administrators helping me out in my classes, taught my classes from home. So I got a chance right away to check out the new formats of class, which was, just to be honest, just a brilliant idea, just to go to the face-to-face only, face-to-face hybrid, face-to-face Zoom. I was able to test that out week one. I never did feel like severe sickness, but I had my moments, just general weakness, and I would teach my classes, and I'd be done for the day. So I had I couldn't taste or smell, which is hard on a guy like me, right?
Same here. Same here.
So it was definitely interesting to start. So I missed that first week of that interaction with the students, and usually that's when I turn on the meet the students, meet the instructor. That's when we develop a bond. That was a little difficult to get back, but after I got back after the first week off, we started meshing pretty well. Students met me, I met them. And just the schedule itself, half meeting on one day, half meeting on the other, everything ran as smoothly as it possibly could have. And this whole semester kind of worked that way. I think it's why our numbers didn't jump like I had thought they would back then. I thought we would have been shut down by October.
Right, same here.
As a college. And that never happened. Your students would still be able to get online and get the work done, Zoom in. We met through Zoom office hours. It was really smooth. Grades were pretty good, I thought, from my classes. Of course, when people are quarantined, it's hard for them to get their stuff turned in. So you, as an instructor, you had to be really just flexible and willing to work with the students. But I think everybody on campus was pretty much that way. Of course, you're going to have your issues here and there. But as far as my classes were concerned, I mean, some of my favorite classes that I've taught were this semester. Had a pretty good time, and everything ended well. And that's all I was really worried about after August. So
absolutely. Well, tell everybody what classes you teach here.
Well, I teach most of the English classes. I have taught all of them except for World Lit. For the most part, I'm a Comp 1, Comp 2, American Literature, British Literature. Every once in a while, I'll teach some developmental. I've taught it in classroom and online, but it's mostly that, and keeps me busy. So
and you stay busy because you're also over the SI
supplemental instruction.
So tell everybody about the SI program.
And we started this about 2 years ago to try to help students transition from high school into college in some of the more not necessarily difficult courses, but in the courses that are kind of retention issues. Students get in them, they stress out really quickly because they're not ready for the load, and so it's mostly Comp 1, Comp 2, college algebra. We started a couple of years ago. It's grown. It has grown, and we've kept some pretty steady numbers. The goal is to have students who have been in these classes before come back, and they work for me kind of as teaching assistants. They have a relationship with the English faculty, the math faculty, and they are our SI leaders, and they help these students when they're struggling in their classes. They come in and they get all kinds of help. I think this semester, we saw around 245 students.
Oh, wow.
Which is about on par for last fall, which I am extremely impressed with considering coronavirus and the restrictions, and we were social distanced. We had 6 feet apart. Our SI leaders wore masks. Students just kept coming and kept coming. We're looking to grow it in the spring. We're going to branch out and help developmental English, intermediate, beginning. I'm really excited about the Tupelo campus because we are kind of revamping over there. We've had instructional support, supplemental instruction there. But we're going to have kind of a center, kind of an open center, place for students to come hang out, study, get help pretty much all day. And then we're going to have these breakout sessions for Comp 1, Comp 2, and college algebra. We're looking to grow it there. It's been really successful. Administration has been really behind it, and our coordinator, Rachel Steele, she helps every way she can. And Holly White and I, we work together pretty closely with the athletes and dorm students. It's been really good this semester considering, and just looking forward to really big things in the future with that. So,
and I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't think about when it does come to the success of a student, and not only just student athlete, but students in general, that is available for everybody
Everybody.
as needed. And they can come to you and say, hey, I'm struggling in chemistry. Do you have anybody that can help me in chemistry? It doesn't. If you don't offer it right away, if somebody comes to you and says they need help, the help is there.
If all they have to do is tell me the name of the class, and I will, even if it's not someone who works for me, I will go find someone. We had somebody ask about the real number system.
Yeah.
That's not usually a class we support because it's not retention based, but went out and found somebody. And I'll tell you, when it comes to the people that we hire in our program, I've had people who have already graduated who say, send me this person's email and I'll FaceTime them. Kaylin Johnson, who graduated already and is at Blue Mountain right now, she FaceTimed several students when it came to Cal 1 and Kim and this semester, and she's at Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
And so that's just something we try to hire students who want to help students be successful. And we've got Trig, we help you in Cal 1. You just name the class. I will go to the ends of earth to find the person that we can get to help you.
And I'll back you up on that because I have a friend, she doesn't go to this school, but she does go to another school, and I emailed you. I was like, hey, do you happen to know somebody that has graduated that is familiar with this class that she was taking? And you're like, oh, yeah, let me make a few emails real quick. And in a span of 2 days, you had somebody sitting up there. And that just speaks volumes for not only you, but our entire faculty and staff here at the college.
That's just ICC.
That's ICC's mentality.
Yep.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I just remember being a student here, right, long time ago.
Yeah.
And ICC pretty much has given me everything that I've ever gotten out of my life. It kind of started here, right?
Yeah, right.
It's not just the best start here. For me, the best life kind of started here. And even then, our instructors, most of them are retired or gone by now, and they I just remember even then, it was constantly office hours. Come by my office. Come get some help. Come get some help. And I don't think that's changed. We push that. We want our students to come see us as instructors. And, over the years, we've always had something around for students to go get help. I have seen librarians 8, 9, 10 o'clock working on our papers and how to cite and all this kind of stuff. Our librarians were super for me, and they have constantly been that. And every teacher's the same way. Administration is the same way. You come to us with any question. If we don't know the answer, we're going to go find the person that does. And so this new instructional support, it's just another way for us to do our best to make sure that students aren't feeling like they're wasting their time because they know they can go in and take this class, and it might just be one little thing they need that gets them over that hump where they're not having to take Comp 1 twice or 3 times or the dreaded Comp 2, having to take it multiple times, and college algebra. Those are the hardest classes to transition into. And so we want to take a little bit of that fear away. That's literally the goal and objective of every person on this campus is we want this to feel like home for you. Yeah. And home is not supposed to feel scary. Right. Home is not supposed to feel like a place where you can't speak your mind and ask a question. And so we always try to be that. Every faculty member I know, every administrator I know, every staff person I know, everybody on campus is always just, even the custodians and janitorial services, they've come through our building and the students say, can you tell me where this person, and they will lead that person to me and say, Mr. Ward, this young man needs help in college algebra, and I know you're in charge of that. Would you come? And so it is top to bottom, all over, just success of the student is what we focus on here.
And you talk about the fear. Another fear that we've had to face, unfortunately, over the past 10 months has been COVID. We try not to talk about it much on the show because it's
who wants to be a Debbie Downer, right?
Right. But it is something that we've been challenged with, and you go back to the custodians. They have been our MVPs because they have not only have they put in more hours, but they've put in more attention to detail and keeping campus safe. And that's a fear for people coming to college now because you're going to be around a lot of people, socially distanced with the mask as we're required. But ICC has done a good job, and it's been a very safe semester. I'm a germaphobe, so it freaks me out, period. Yeah. But it's been a very safe environment.
And just the information that we've given to the students, where you'll see them following the rules. How often do you see teenagers following the rules, right? So I think everyone has played a massive role in just the safety of this campus. Yes, we've had our cases, but I would dare say that most of them are from when somebody had to go home and they came back with it. I don't think you got it here. If you did, it was because, you know, it just one of those happenstances. But our instructors have been cleaning and socially distancing the rooms, and they between classes, offices. Our administrators, you'll see them running around, making sure everything's taken care of. Tim Center literally came and taught my class. Turned the computer on. Like, we're going to get everybody just hand in hand, forging ahead to make sure that everybody is as safe as they can possibly be. And I would say that we have been. Like you said, though, just rock stars all over campus. You need more masks. A minute later, they're here. You know, just make a phone call. We need to spray these desks down. And like you said, it's always been good. But when we were put to the test, everyone didn't just step up to that line. They went over it above and beyond to make sure that all the students were safe. My son's a student here. This is my oldest son. This is his first semester on campus. And he was able to still go do things and enjoy things. And he works in the instructional support center, and he's working with these students every day. They come in with their masks on. He's got his mask on. He's teaching away with some math and Zoom and just all the things that we've been given to be successful. Everyone has taken them, and I think we have been successful. And Eli will tell you, that's my son's name. He will tell you that he had a really good semester, and he hasn't been afraid once. And he lived in the dorm, and everything was just solid. You know, he will be the first to tell you that. I don't know that he ever. And Eli's like you. Like, he's going to he's going to stay away, and he's going to wear his mask. But he never felt unsafe. Cafeteria, library, in there with us in his dorm room, and I think every student can take heart that we're going to do the best that we can do to keep everyone as safe. And we're going to push you still as a student. We're going to push you as a person to be the best person on campus you can be and the best student you can be, so that you can be prepared when it's time for you to move on to that program or that university that you're headed to.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Electrical technology is, here at ICC, is a program where we take students in and teach them from the fundamentals of what electricity is all the way to very advanced concept. It takes 2 years, it's 4 semesters, and you would always have to start in the fall because the courses are taught fall and spring. So in other words, the courses that are offered in the fall are not offered again in the spring, so you have to start in the fall, and it takes 2 years. There is a huge demand right now for electrical technicians in the workplace. As we all know, manufacturing has gotten very automated and very technical, and we meet that need with our program here. So our students they're definitely going to have opportunities once they graduate, even opportunities while they're going to school here through the internship program that we have. Most of our students on the internship program are in that $14 to $16 range, and then once they graduate, and most industries does a pre-employment exam, and then they test to see where those students will fit into their pay scale. I would say that most of them fall in that $18 to $22 an hour after graduation. So it's a really, really hands-on program. So that's another thing that students need to be aware of. If you enjoy working with your hands and the physical aspect of using tools and doing a job, then this curriculum would be something that you need to look at. There is a good bit of programming, but you're not just going to be a programmer. You're going to be a multi-skilled electrical technician, which means that you'll do all of the skill sets, not just programming. Electrical technicians in manufacturing, the number per manufacturing facility is going up because the technology used in all of manufacturing is going up exponentially. I mean, we just get more and more automated and autonomous in our manufacturing processes, which means that we have to have a really skilled person to maintain those processes and keep them functioning. So the maintenance technicians today are all, by and large, have a huge electrical background to be able to do what they do with the automated processes that we manufacture today. And it doesn't matter what you're manufacturing, whether you're building cars or tires or body parts, or it doesn't matter. All manufacturing processes are automated at a really high level today and continuing to grow in that area.
Hi, I'm Jay Allen, president of Itawamba Community College, wishing you the happiest holiday season filled with joy and special memories. As we prepare for the start of 2022, you have a special invitation to visit iccms.edu to find out how you can start or continue your educational journey. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from our ICC family to yours. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Welcome back one final time here on the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. I greatly appreciate you guys. I know I said it at the beginning, but I say it again. You got a lot of places you could be on a Tuesday afternoon, but you're choosing to tune in right with us here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.98 FM, and I do appreciate that. I do want to encourage those of you that are a part of social media to give us a follow at Itawamba CC. That's Itawamba CC and Let's Go ICC. Again, that's Let's Go ICC, to keep up with all the awesome things going on here at ICC. You can also visit iccms.edu and letsgoicc.com for even more information on Wallet Hub's #1 community college in the state of Mississippi. Let's rejoin our interview with Nathan Ward as we close out the ICC Hour. Join us next week for a special Christmas edition of the ICC Hour, right back here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Have a blessed day, and as always, roll Tribe. Now, I know you're a humble guy. All right, so we're going to talk about this for a little bit.
Okay.
The Humanities Award that you've been selected to represent the college with, that's got to be a great honor for you.
It feels good. Had no idea where it was coming from. Dr. Summerall just pulled me into the office one day and said, Dr. Allen and I have been talking, and congrats, you're the Humanities Teacher of the Year. And every year, they pull somebody from the social sciences, from the humanities department, English, and everybody who's ever won it totally deserved it. Right. They totally deserved it. I don't know what I did. It may not be quality, it may be quantity, because I don't ever go home. Like, I've literally been here forever. Everybody, I got my friends texting me what they're doing today, and I'm texting them what I'm. So maybe, just everything that I do, which could just be me be acting busy. I don't know. I take it very seriously that somebody thinks enough of me to say good job, and that's really what everybody just kind of looks for. They won't admit it, they won't say it, but it never hurts to feel appreciated and a little pat on the back. I think it's more important that we take that and turn it to the students. I think it's very important to let people at 18 and 19 know that this is not your life. Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Matter
of fact, repeat that.
This is not necessarily your life. You're going to change in so many ways in the next 10, 20 years, and your life is going to take so many turns, and you're going to make so many decisions. And it's just important that we make them feel like that we just show them, put a mirror up to them and show them what they really are. Because a lot of them don't feel like they've ever done anything good. And like nothing's ever going to happen for them. It is. I started in a furniture factory, and there's nothing wrong with furniture factories. My dad worked in it his whole life. My uncle has. But, that's not where my life ended up. And it's so many twists and turns. I mean, I met my wife here, right? Yeah. My son goes to school here, It just, there's so many things that they just have no clue about what's going to happen to them. So don't stress out about right now. Take who you are and just run with it and, just be patient. And that's what I try to teach them in class, and it's what I try to develop these relationships with them so that they know that 10 years down the road, you need Mr. Ward, you just send me an email, I got one the other day from Grace, from Scotland. Yeah. Right? I was just thinking about you. Something about the McRib being back. I had made a comment in class, those things, when they email you back and they tell you what they're doing with their life, that really makes me happy, because, this award is great. I'm proud somebody thought enough of me to say, we want to give this to you, and you're doing a good job. But I have to give this speech, right? I have to talk. And my hope is just to turn it right back around and just tell what all ICC's done for me and what it can do for these students. And that's really, I guess, the only reason I work here. Right?
And it's true, because I meet a lot of the athletes and some other students as well. And I do remember there's been on more than a few occasions where I've talked to one, and one of them was a good friend at the time, or still is a good friend, and she was truly upset because she didn't get in your class. She's like, everybody told me I need to get in Mr. Ward's class, but it's full. And I'm like, you got to jump on those early. So, but that speaks volumes again, and you and I are in the same sense there. It's not about us,
right?
It's about our success is seeing other people's success, and just talk about that. Just you as a teacher here at ICC. When you see those people reach those milestones in life, those are the great moments. As somebody in that role.
I actually got to sing in a wedding of two students of mine. They met in my class. That's
awesome.
I sang in their wedding, which I don't know if they enjoyed it. I haven't heard much from them since. But like those milestones. When I'm teaching in class, Adam, it's real simple. I tell them just about every day there are a lot of little things in life that make a really big difference. In class, we need to focus on those little things, because you'll see that those little things that you're doing wrong or incorrectly are going to make a big difference in your grade if you do them right.
Yes.
I also try to tell them a whole lot, and they really like this one, that it's more important for it to be right than for me to be right as the instructor. I'm not that concerned with me being right all the time. I want them to get it right. So we spend a lot of time focusing on that, and I think that attitude and the fact that I have kids their age, they kind of gravitate toward me a little bit more. I've always kind of been that way. When I taught in high school, I didn't really click a lot.
Right.
When I got here, the first year was kind of tough, but after that, I just kind of developed that teaching style where I think they feel comfortable telling me, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong. And that's a really important role as an instructor, that students know they can come talk to you. I was just talking to somebody else about that earlier today. We have a whole lot of students who don't feel comfortable because they've just always just accepted whatever it was.
Right.
And instead of coming to get it fixed because, they just kind of accept it and go on about their business and take their D or take their F, and they feel like, I just can't go talk to him. I can't go talk to her.
Right.
I'm here to tell you. I'm going to stop looking at Mr. Gore and looking at the camera and look at you. There's not a single instructor on this campus or a single administrator on this campus that you cannot come talk to. I will promise you that. And like I said earlier, if we don't know the answer, it doesn't have to be about English. You can come talk to me about anything. We'll try to find the answer for you. If it's advising or money, and I can tell you right now, I don't know anything about money.
Yeah, same here.
But I will direct you to the people who do know about it. And that's just the great thing about teaching here, is I think every instructor is that way about their students. And we want them to understand more that they can come talk to us. if we can get them to do that, we can develop that student-teacher relationship. I just want them to be successful. I just want them to be successful, and I don't want them to have to take these classes multiple times. And I want them to enjoy. 2 of my best years of life were on this campus. From the classes to hanging out with my buddies in the grill, which was the old student union. So I want them to come here and actually, I don't want them to leave thinking, man, I wish I had made a different decision. I think that is the goal for the entire campus. I don't want you leaving here thinking I should have done something else.
It kind of rolls into my next question, because for the rest of the show, we're going to listen to some information about getting signed up for the spring semester. So if there's somebody listening or maybe even watching right now that's on the fence about coming and joining us in January, I want to give you the floor to become a recruiter for ICC.
Oh, yeah.
What would you tell somebody thinking about, I just don't know if I want to go back to college, continue my education? What would you tell them to get them to come here at ICC?
Well, I mean, what I've already said is that it's changed my life, honestly. Never would have seen myself in the position that I'm in. Secondly, I would tell them I wouldn't send my son here if I didn't trust here, even if I worked here. Thirdly, I would tell them my wife, which I hope she doesn't mind me talking about her on campus, my wife came to school here in the same time I did, in the late 90s.
Smart move.
And that ended up well for me. Although she dropped out, we got married and she had kids, and kind of life just got life.
Life.
And she decided to go back to school, and she decided to become a teacher, and she came here, and she did. And then she taught for 7 years. Said, you know what? I think I really want to be a nurse. But she came back here. Every single step of the way, she came back here. And, while some of that probably has to do with I teach here and I've been here forever, she could have gone to any school. She already had all the prerequisites, and she wanted to come here. There's something about this place, how everyone is supposed to make you feel like you are at home. It has always done that for me. It's done that for my children. And here's what I'm going to say in my recruiting spiel, all right? Adam, how many people do you know on this campus that work here that went to school here?
That's a good point, because I went to school here.
There's just so many of them, right? And down through the years, that's called home, brother.
It is.
I mean, that's like a family reunion. Every time you go out the door, you see somebody. Well, I went to school with Allison Cummings. She's on the Tupelo campus. I mean, and we're friends right now. When I see her in Tupelo, I mean, it is a place where you know that you're going to get a quality instruction. You're going to get prepared for whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Because I promise you, my wife is totally prepared to graduate in May.
Awesome.
Even through COVID and everything, they've done everything they can in the nursing program to make sure that everybody has what they're going to need to go be successful in that program. And we do this at Belden, at Tupelo, Fulton, online, every building, every department, every program is geared toward, we want you to be able to live your best life. Okay? The best life starts here, in my opinion.
Awesome.
Now, I'm not going to say that other folks can't say the same thing, but I'd be wrong if I didn't say that about this place. It has given me everything I've ever gotten in my adult life has come from, I have benefited from being at this place.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Itawamba Community College. It's still not too late to sign up for classes at Wallet Hub's top community college in the state. Registration for the upcoming spring semester is open now through December the 16th on the Fulton and Tupelo campuses. Offices will be open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Scholarships and financial aid are still available for those who qualify. For more information on how you can become the newest member of the ICC family, visit iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.